If you're going to try to get one of your old pieces of equipment running in the springtime, you probably know what they are, because usually they get a little coating on them or a little corroded. You got to go in there and clean the contacts, and in a pinch, if you don't have the tools with you, you can use a little piece of cardboard or match cover type thickness to set that gap close enough to get things running. If the gap's not 100%, your point gap's not 100% correct, it affects the dwell. The dwell's the amount of time the points stay closed, and that does affect your timing. But for most equipment, that would be fine to get you going for the day anyway. You have time to give it a proper tune-up. So you just take your cap off, rotor off, get into the points. Usually you can just turn the engine with the fan until the points come up on one of the lobes and they open. And that when the points are up on the tip of the lobe is when you set the gap. Usually you can take a nail file or a small file, just go in there in between the contacts and clean that up. Take a paper towel or a rag and wipe it off. You get oil in here, you get a coating of oil, and then a little corrosion on the points to keep them from making contact. When the points are closed, it grounds the windings in the ignition coil and allows them to build up voltage. When the points open, each time the cylinder wants to fire on each, this is a 4-cylinder, you have 4 lobes. Each time the points open, it collapses the in the field and the charge in the windings, and then you get spark down your high tension cable to the center of your cap, which is distributed each cylinder by the rotor. So the points have to be clean to make contact, and then they have to have a certain gap between the contacts when you're up on your high lobe. Pretty simple, but electronic ignition is a big improvement.